That really is in the album charts. It's almost too good to be true. I can't believe that it actually is. I was looking for a copy of the BBC's, whatever they call it, top 40 albums or something, I expect. It would seem to sum it up, to find out whether I'd actually dreamed it or not. But I seem to remember seeing it in there. Mind you, the records in the singles charts I've never even heard. I just looked at, well, there's one I've never even heard. See, number 5, a record called Welcome Home by Peters and Lee. I swear I never heard that. Anyway, you don't want to know that. This is Gypsy. These are... sometimes think I don't have enough interests in life, because if it wasn't for music and Liverpool FC, I might just as well be a tree or something like that. But music like that will keep me going for a while yet, anyway. That was Gypsy, and it was called You Got To Me. Here's a fellow called Baba Thomas, who you probably won't have heard of before. I certainly hadn't. And it comes from an LP called Rock and Roll Volume 3, and I played a track on Tuesday by Earl Wade, saying he did a good imitation of Little Richard. Well, so does Baba Thomas.
When the music starts, you're ready to go. Running around like a yo-yo. I'm in shake, girl. I'm in shake. I'm in shake, girl. Shaking all night long. She's 5 feet 4 and 135. The girl with all the time. I'm in shake, girl. I'm in shake. I'm in shake, girl. Shaking all night long. But I got kids that I wanna take that show. She ain't too good, so they gotta let go. I'm in shake, girl. I'm in shake. I'm in shake, girl. Shaking all night long. One and two at the hot shoe. Two big piece of real lead. I'm in shake. I'm in shake, girl. Shaking all night long. Yeah, she's shaking all night long. Come on now. Shaking now. I'm not she's shaking. She's shaking. Shaking. She's shaking, baby.
Baba Thomas and Miss Shake It, who has a lot, I think, of Little Richard. She's got it in her ancestry. Taking us up to news, the title track from an LP by Roby, Falk and Bod, and not a promising name either, really. This is Kentucky Gambler.
I've been running for such a long time. I've got my money, but I'm not so sure I've got my mind. Yeah, it's time to stop and open up my shop and raise my sign. Maybe tomorrow. It's not so easy when you're always on the run. A gambling man ain't always lucky. But with my restless days long and far behind, I'll come and find you, Miss Kentucky. Think it over and tell me what you feel. I think I love you, but it's hard to know.
Okay, so the lead singer does sound like Neil Young, but he does do it nicely, I think. Roby Falcon Bod, the name of the group, and Kentucky Gambler, and back after the news with Mott the Hoople. Right now it's 11 on Radio 1, and time to join Eugene Fraser in the newsroom.
Wimbledon and rising hopes that the championships may go ahead as planned. Both sides saw the Minister for Sport, Mr. Eldon Griffiths, tonight. Afterwards, Cliff Drysdale of the Professionals Association said the chances of a settlement were 25% better than they had been before the meeting. The latest clash in the Cod War, a collision between a support tug and an Icelandic gunboat, has brought the customary accusations and counter-accusations. Iceland says there was a deliberate ramming attempt by the tug. In London, the Ministry of Defence said the tug was manoeuvring to place herself between the gunboat and a group of British trawlers. In Northern Ireland, the soldier killed in a bomb explosion in Strabane this afternoon has been named as Corporal David William Smith of the Royal Welsh Fusiliers. He was 32 years old and single, and he came from Cardiff. There were 2 explosions in Dungannon tonight, damaging 2 garages and car showrooms. There have been no reports of casualties. Some industrial news. It looks as though most of Scotland's newspapers won't be published tomorrow. Production of 7 of them, published by members of the Scottish Daily Newspaper Society, was halted by the management tonight because of what a spokesman called escalating union disruption. Only one non-union paper in Dundee is likely to appear. Car production at all Chrysler plants in Britain is to stop tomorrow night because of the shoddy work dispute in Coventry. The Polson case, the Prime Minister has told the MP who wants a Commons inquiry that it would be wrongly timed at present with the police still investigating. He told Mr. Edward Milne that anyone with evidence of obstruction should tell the police as soon as possible. Some news from abroad. In Paris tonight, police used tear gas to break up a clash between extreme right and left-wing demonstrators in the Latin Quarter. It's reported there were casualties on both sides. The right-wing group was demonstrating against illegal immigrants into France. At their summit meeting in Washington, President Nixon and Mr. Brezhnev have signed an agreement establishing the guidelines for talking about arms limitation. And that's the news. As it stands, there'll be more for you at midnight.
All the way from Memphis.
I've always thought that Mott the Hoople had a great album in them, and I suspect that this is it. In fact, it's called Mott, and that was all the way from Memphis. And just the other evening, Ian Hunter, who wrote that track, incidentally, bought me a drink, which just goes to show. What it goes to show, I'm not entirely sure, but perhaps it does go to show that the role of trendy young decadent, that some people might try and stamp on him, doesn't really ride all that easily with him. But a fine record anyway, and an ever-improving band, I think. Backdoor, and this is another one of producer Bernie Andrews' favourites. It's called Lieutenant Luce. Like the banjo solo. That's Backdoor, and one of the tracks that's on their current and excellent LP too. It's called Lieutenant Luce, and this is Linda Jones. I've played this before, and we'll probably play it again. It's from the LP Your Precious Love, and incidentally somebody loaned me a couple of singles of Linda's that I've not heard before, and they'll be getting played in the next few weeks. Rare things, but very, very good indeed. This is Let It Be Me.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, I'm begging you, baby, oh, let it be me.
amazing voice she has. Linda Jones, the late Linda Jones, and from the LP Your Precious Love, that was Let It Be Me. This is Andy Roberts with a Jimmy Rogers song, Hobo Bill's Last Ride.
Riding on an eastbound freight train, speeding through the night. Hobo Bill, the railroad bum, was fighting for his life. The sadness in his eyes reveals the torture in his soul. He raised a weak and weary hand to brush away the cold. No warm lights flickered round him, no blankets there to fold. Nothing but the howling wind and the driving rain so cold. When he heard a whistle blowing in a dreamy kind of way, the hobo seemed contented, for he smiled there where he lay. Hey ho, Billy. Outside the rain was falling on that lonely boxcar door, but the little form of Hobo Bill lay still upon the floor. As the train sped through the darkness and the raging storm outside, no one knew that Hobo Bill was taking his last ride. And it was early in the morning that they raised the hobo's head. The smile still lingered on his face, but Hobo Bill was dead. And there was no mother's longing to soothe his weary soul, for he was just a railroad bum, and he died out in the cold. Hey ho,
Little blue yodeling there from Andy Roberts on Hobo Bill's Last Ride. And Jimmy Rogers wrote a good song, in fact. I remember one song dimly that I remember hearing a long time ago was about something about, was it a lion or something? A fella seeing a lion dead on a hillside, and he went up to him. As he got closer, he saw that it was his brother. Perhaps I made all of that up, but I do seem to remember something like that, and it was a particularly telling song. It sounds better as a song than it does in my totally inadequate and probably completely inaccurate description of it. These are Earth Opera from their first LP, and since I've been playing tracks from these old LPs of Earth Opera, people have been writing about them, saying how much they like them. So here's another. It's called Time and Again.
Every day is the same, growing gently insane. It's the wind or the rain, but I don't feel anything. My face, it is lame. It is playing the game, but my mind is aflame, and I don't feel anything. What is it to belong? What is right or wrong? Have I been here too long? Still I don't feel anything. But soon I'll be gone. I shan't linger on. Is there nothing beyond? And I don't feel anything. Which one of these I see is really you? It is not clear, my eyes are dim. Could it be me? Time and again, men sow the seed, and clouds send the rain. Time and again, the beggar will take, and lovers will give. The gifts they are new. Time and again. Which one of these I see is really you? It is not clear, my eyes are dim. Could it be me?
I suppose it's fairly simple to say that any group that didn't make it was before their time. Great cop-out. But in fact, I think that Earth Opera very easily could have been. That was from their first LP, which must be some 4 years old now, I'd say. And I think if they were still around now and doing that now, they'd probably sell quite a few records. A good band they were. These are Gypsy, who still are a good band, and still you're not sure.
I know the secret that you can disguise. I know the answer, I see it in your eyes. Too late to remember, but still you're not sure. Only today and time changes all. I don't care what you say. I know you can find a way between me and you. It don't matter what you do, but still you're not sure. Still you're not sure. I know the secret that you can disguise. I know the answer, I see it in your eyes. Too late to remember, but still you're not sure. Only today and time changes all. I don't care what you say. I know you can find a way between me and you. It don't matter what you do, but still you're not sure. Still you're not sure.
I'm glad you did. And when you think of some of the groups that are internationally famous, you know, who are really actually gruesome, it's amazing that a band as good as Gypsy are still not terribly well known. They certainly should be, because they're an excellent band. One of those bands like Home, who seem to be getting certainly more credit than they used to, but should be getting a lot more than they are, nevertheless. That's called Still You're Not Sure. I think I told you that. Somebody gave me a record last week by a man called Christy Hennessy, about whom I knew nothing until I got the album. In fact, I never heard of him, but it's a nice album, and it comes from a small Welsh label called Westwood Records. And here's a track from it called Far Away in Australia.
Sweetheart, I'm bidding you one farewell. Remember you one day. I'm bound for a new land, my fortune to try, and I'm ready to sail away. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, and I will be ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind. Oh, you can't leave me, the fair maiden said, I will not let you go. But I must leave you, he gently replied, if for only a while, you know. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, then I will be ready to welcome at last the double I left behind. Now if in success or in failure, I will always be true and proudly stay in a land far away. I'll be building a home for you. Far away in Australia, soon will fate be kind, then I will be ready to welcome at last the devil I left behind. Oh, daily she waits at the old cottage gate, watching the whole day through, till one day a message from over the sea, and I'm hoping these words are true. Far away in Australia, now has come the time, and I am ready to welcome at last the girl I left behind.
He certainly has an intriguing voice, Christy Hennessy, and a nice album too, although it's marred in spots by a tendency towards the stage Irish, but that's probably something you get over. The album was called Christy Hennessy as well, and that was far away in Australia. Good, I think. Here's another band that started out on a small local label and now signed to an enormous multinational, multi-million conglomerate, I expect is what they're called, Backdoor. and that's Backdoor by Backdoor. And here's Pure Prairie League from their first LP, which, as far as I know, wasn't released over here. It's a company that I don't get many records from these days, so I'm not entirely sure, but as far as I know it wasn't. It should have been, though, because it's very, very good. And this is a track I've played several times before, because it contains one of my all-time favourite guitar solos. Well, it's not so much a guitar solo, in fact, as a guitar duet. Very, very good, though. It's called Take It Before You Go.
I can see a smile almost every day. Looking back a while, find another way. Hey, get your favors done. Thought I was the one. But you see, I just begun to look the other way. Won't you take it before you go? Then you won't have to let me know what you didn't want to say. If you take it before you go, then you won't have to let me know what you really had to pay. Thinking back again, looking way back then, I can still remember when you'd open up and say, hey, 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 now, I didn't think you could. Now I think you should. If you're looking half as good as you did yesterday, hey, 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 won't you take it before you go? Then you won't have to let me know what you didn't want to say. If you take it before you go, then you won't have to let me know what you really had to pay. Thinking back some more, I see you looking through the door, but it just ain't like before. Need alone another way. Hey, 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 now, if I thought I could, don't you know I sure would. Straight to be so good, I need to find another way. I hear you say you didn't really like it, but I think you're gonna have to check it before you go. Then you won't have to let me know what you didn't want to say. If you take it before you go, then you won't have to let me know what you really had to pay.
What a treat. Very good stuff indeed, that from Pure Prairie League. And Take It Before You Go.
Road to Cascade, sharp as stones, Didn't know what we'd find there. High on the hilltop, Booley's house. Ganja blowing your mind there. Good to meet you, welcome all. Rasta man comes walking, rags on his back and a bamboo house. Smoking soon, then talking. Sing Rasta, Rasta, Selassie high. Power to the lion. Rasta, Rasta, the fullest heights. Living in the hills of Zion. Down the path to the meeting place, mango ripe to bursting. Dougie and Steve by the almond tree with coconut milk for thirsting. 8-foot red top behind the door, show me where they growing. Sitting in the twilight, changing thoughts, soon we must be going. Sing Rasta, Rasta, Selassie high. Power to the lion. Rasta, Rasta, the fullest heights. Living in the hills of Zion. Back down the goat track, 10-man band. See the sunset sights, man. Sad to leave the Rasta folk when you felt the fullest heights, man. Sing Rasta, Rasta, Selassie high. Power to the lion. Rasta, Rasta, the fullest heights. Living in the hills of Zion. Sing Rasta, Rasta, Selassie high. Power to the lion. Rasta, Rasta, the fullest heights. Living in the hills of Zion.
I guess Andy's been in Ethiopia, but certainly sounds like a nice place to go to. Seems to be a lot of people going there at the moment. And that one's called Living in the Halls of Zion. Here's John Fay from the Transfiguration of Blind Joe Death. That's John Fay from a Riverboat LP, RB1, and as far as I know, RB only. It's called The Transfiguration of Blind Joe Death, and it's called I Am the Resurrection. This is the last from Gypsy, and it's Let's Roll. And that's the last of an excellent session from Gypsy. And that's a single for them too. It's called Let's Roll. And this is the last from Backdoor as well, and it appears to be another Lead Belly number. It's called Roberta.
Oh, Roberta, dear, you've been so long. Oh, Roberta, dear, why you've been so long. See, I've been to the country, man, when my long goes on. Way up the river, as far as I can see. Way up the river, as far as I can see. See, I thought I found my old time used to be. See, I thought I found my old time used to be. Thought I found my old time used to be. But the butter done with me. I can't see no beat. Way up the river, as far as I can see. Way up the river, as far as I can see. See, I thought I found my old time used to be. Oh, Roberta, dear, why you been so long? Say, oh, Roberta, dear, why you been so long? See, I've been on the country, man, when my long goes on.
I hope all the trendsetters don't abandon Backdoor in a few months' time and rush on to something else, because they're certainly worth persevering with. I think a very good band indeed. And that was the last from them. And in fact, very nearly the end of this week, so you're not going out dressed like that. But we have one more record to come, and that's from the Songs of Leonard Cohen and Sisters of Mercy.
All the sisters of mercy, they are not departed or gone. They were waiting for me when I thought that I just can't go on. And they brought me their comfort, and later they brought me this song. Oh, I hope you run into them, you who've been traveling so long. Yes, you who must leave everything that you cannot control. It begins with your family, but soon it comes round to your soul. Well, I've been where you're hanging, I think I can see how you're pinned. When you're not feeling holy, your loneliness says that you've sinned. They touched both my eyes, and I touched the dew on their hair. If your life is a leaf that the seasons tear off and condemn, they will bind you with love that is graceful and green as a stem. When I left, they were sleeping. I hope you run into them soon. Don't turn on the light. You can read their address by the moon. And you won't make me jealous if I hear that they sweeten your night. We weren't lovers like that, and besides, it would still be alright. We weren't lovers like that, and besides, it would still be alright.
And that was Leonard Cohen with Sisters of Mercy, in the end of this week's programme as well, which featured Backdoor, Andy Roberts and Gypsy, who was of course produced as always by Bernie Andrews. And more frivolity next week when we have for you Blue, Chris Hardy and Steelers Wheel, which looks fairly promising. And on Top Gear next Tuesday on Sounds of the 70s, Dux Deluxe, Pete Atkin and Manfred Mann's Earth Band. So a couple of quite good ones, I think, next week. So it'd be nice if you listen to them. And thank you for listening to this one. And have an action-packed weekend. Me, well, I've got to go to Hull. That's all right. Quite like Hull. And of course, it's the Tubular Bells concert at the Queen Elizabeth Hall on Monday, which I'm looking forward to very much. And I hope you're going. Anyway, thanks for listening. Good night and sweet dreams.